Hey everybody! I just got done doing this look, kind of a grungy smoky eye. I'm really digging it. If you want to see how I did it, go ahead and stick around. Okay, let's get started. I picked up this product when I got my facial and I really like it. It's Ageless Skin Hydrating Serum from SkinScript. I actually really like it quite a bit. It was a good alternative, or I guess not really an alternative, but like a supplement to a regular moisturizer, because that hasn't done enough for me before, because again, I have incredibly dry skin. So I'm just gonna put that all over. It does smell kind of chemically, but I guess that means it's got like chemicals in it. Brilliant. Okay, put a little bit more actually under my eyes because I really want my eyes to be really hydrated. All right, well that's the only thing I'm gonna put on my face before we do our face makeup, which will include regular primer. So from here, let's do our regular paint pot. Oh, this is not my regular one, my bad. Painterly paint pot, always the best one. I feel like a lot of my stuff's been kind of the same, most of the same colors on my eyes. So I'm gonna be going into a completely different kind of palette today. Hopefully you guys will like it. I'm gonna be putting some of that primer under my eye too, because we're gonna have shadow there today. The shadows that I'm gonna use today, I'm gonna tap into a different palette. I'm gonna be using the Tarteist Pro Matte palette. I really like this one. And I'm gonna be using, again, I need like an all over color that will be good for blending, for any darker colors we do. Sorry, my brushes were supposed to get a bath yesterday and they didn't, my bad. So I'm gonna go in with Latte, which is this color right here. And I'm really just gonna do that all over. So I am gonna actually use the largest eyeshadow brush that they give us. It's got kind of like a yellowy tint to the base, so you can distinguish between the two different types they have. I'm gonna go in with Corduroy, which is kind of the next level over from Latte. And I'm gonna do that mostly, I would say mostly like halfway through my lid into the crease a little bit. I did end up going through the majority of my lid, but I didn't want to start there or even really go there until I thought I was out of color on the brush, because you don't want your color to get its darkest pigmentation right there. You really just kind of want to blend the color into it. Now, it's not blended very well, but that's fine because we're going to blend with Latte here in a minute. I'm going to take my blending brush and get all that paint pot off of it, because we're going to use it, it's a blending brush, so we're going to use it then to go back into Latte and blend in the corduroy we just did. We just really want to buff out that harsh line. All right, pretty good blending for right now, because we still got to do one more darker color. And for that, I'm going to use my e.l.f. eye crease brush. Okay, I'm gonna go in with Chocolate, which is that darkest brown there. And this is just gonna be up in the crease. And for this, I come in going up so that I'm really just kind of getting right in that crease area. So I'm gonna dab the color right in the crease and in that outer V. It looks like a hot mess right now, but it will come together. Okay, let's get our blending brush back. And again, we're gonna blend with Latte. And there is one last place we're gonna buff and blend with Latte before we're done. We're really gonna blend the line where chocolate meets corduroy, that lighter brown we did. We wanna buff just kind of that in-between area, just so that that color change is pretty seamless. I guess a good rule of thumb is to remember that you really should be buffing anywhere where two colors have overlapped and you have like a transition. Okay, so eyeshadow is done for our top lid. Now let's go in and do our face makeup. For that, I'll need, of course, my primer, which I can't find, but Makeup Forever. This specific formula that I use in the Makeup Forever is for enlarged pores, to make your pores smaller so that you've really got a smoother base to use for applying your makeup. I've been using this for a little while now and I really like it. I don't typically like to use cream primers because sometimes they can feel sort of heavy and not even always work, but this one's pretty good, and they've got a couple of other formulas. If you don't have incredibly large pores like me and you just want like redness correction, they have a green one for that, but they're all called step 1, but you just go out and pick the specific formula it is that you want. And I'm sure you can even layer formulas. And then of course next, I'm gonna pull out Born This Way in Snow. Just using one pump on my beauty blender. Okay, so I am now one incredibly white individual. I'm gonna go in now with my translucent Lock-It Kat Von D powder with my Luxe 524T. There we go. So typically from here, I would go straight into doing my under eye concealer, everything like that with my Shape Tape. But I did just pick up Milk Chocolate Soleil by Too Faced because let's face it, this is just so white. I've been looking at my pictures and I'm like, wow, I really, really need some sort of a base help because I shouldn't be this white. But I am. So that's why we have to fix it with a good kind of an all over bronzer. And I'm just gonna use this, actually it's a Lisa Frank. Is that the cutest brush ever? Oh my gosh, I love it. But it's a Lisa Frank contouring brush that I'm just gonna use actually to go kind of all over my face in a small amount, not a lot, but I'm really just gonna give a little bit more color to my face. This isn't replacing contouring and highlighting. We're gonna do all of that too. I think even that is just so much better. Okay, I feel a lot better about the color just like that. Okay, so now we're gonna go into what would have been our next step, the Shape Tape. Real quick, before I start this, I had someone ask me, you know, to do like a contour, do I really need to go through all those steps first? Doing the Shape Tape, doing the highlighter, can't I just do some sort of a contouring at my cheek? And the answer is yes, totally. You don't have to go through all these steps that I do. I just do them because I like having the opposite extreme of the highlight versus the contouring, but you do not. If you just want to have a little bit more of, you know, like a chisel to your cheekbone and jawline, wherever you want to do your contouring, that is fine. You don't have to couple it with the highlighting. It would just make it, it would just help it to stand out more, really, is my answer to that. I really have not found a Tarte product that I don't love, including this Shape Tape. The Shape Tape is amazing, and I use it every day. So let's grab my favorite contouring palette, my Tarteist PRO GLOW, and I'm gonna get my small contouring brush, my little buffer brush, go into Sculpt. I'm gonna buff that a little bit better than I just did, but I'm gonna do it with that Lisa Frank contour brush. Dip it into a slightly lighter color. Okay. Now, before I buff this line a little bit better, because it is still pretty blunt, this one's a little bit more buffed, but what I want to do is actually go ahead and do my highlight on top of it already. I'm going to get off all that dark Sculpt color that's buffed into it, and I'm going to just pack on the highlighter with that. I really go in there and I really scrub the palette with it to make sure I get as much on there as I can. Okay, highlight looks awesome. So now I'm gonna go back into the contouring with my Lisa Frank contour brush. And you know, I think what I might do actually is just use that Milk Chocolate Soleil again. And let's just use that color, a little bit of a swirl on that, and really buff that into our contour. So really you just want a lighter color than the contour you have going on. That way we're keeping with kind of that same warmer color. Ooh, I like that. That might be my new go-to for contouring with my Tarte. Oh, by the way, my last video, I totally noticed I had like this one hair that, or like this one little like small chunk of hair that was over my part, and it was driving me crazy as I was editing my video. So like 1,000 apologies to all my OCD friends that were probably watching that like, ah! Sorry. I'll keep my eyes on my part from now on and make sure that all the hairs are in place, or you guys will like kill me. Okay, so I think we have highlighted and contoured enough. Okay, so before I do the finishing touches with lips and brows, let's go ahead and pack in the color on our lower lid. All right, so for that, let's grab again our blending brush, which I always seem to like misplace just like seconds after I've touched it. And let's get our Lorac Pro Matte, going again with Latte, that one. And we're just gonna swoop this right across our lower lid. I love palettes with mirrors. It makes doing these videos and keeping my eyes up so much easier. Now when we go into these darker colors, again, I like to use sort of these flat, thinner brushes. This one, like I said, I wish it was a little thinner, but it still does the job. It's fine. So I'm gonna go in now with Corduroy, which was that next color over, and just right, maybe just under the lash line, just dab that color. In between colors, you can wipe away any fallout you get. And lastly, we're gonna do chocolate. And chocolate was that darkest brown. We're gonna do this just right at the lash line. We're really not gonna stray this from the lash line. It's almost gonna serve as like an eyeliner. Now with that blending brush, I found it a lot quicker that time. Your e.l.f. blending brush, go in with, actually this time I would say go in with Bare. And the reason I want to do that is because we've got that nice Shape Tape underline, or the under eye concealer that's really light, and the highlighter there too. So I want to blend that a little bit, just right into the base of that color there. All right, before I go any further, before I forget, I'm gonna grab Strobe again from Tarte Pro Glow and just do my inner corner highlight. I'm just doing that with a blending brush too. Okay. I'm gonna do my brows and I'll be right back. Face with eyebrows. Perfect. And again, all I use for my brows is precisely my brow pencil and a small angled brush. That is all you need to get the job done. Let's do our lashes. And because my makeup is really dark, I am gonna do my lashes top and bottom. This is my Mad Lash by The Balm. Okay, it was actually another sample that I got from Ipsy, and I really like it because it's perfect for the bottom lashes, so it's got that nice curve. And the top, again, when you have extensions, you just want to do the very tips of your lashes. Okay, and when you're done with that, you always want to go through that mascara on the top especially with like a spool or a brush. Just get all those clumps out. You don't want that sitting on your extensions. All right, let's do our lips. Now, I haven't decided exactly what color I want to do. I'm thinking I want to do Verve here by MAC. Verve. Let's do it, why not? But I need to clean off my, where'd it go? My Sephora Lip Pro. Still got some other color on there, and like I said, my brushes did not get a bath like they were supposed to yesterday. I was really busy. I'm a terrible brush mother. Normally when I'm doing my lips, I say that I don't like to overly line my Cupid's bow or even like around my Cupid's bow, but since I'm doing a little bit of a darker lip, definitely want to line it or it'll look kind of goofy. So I'm just gonna get some of that color and do my bottom lip first. I've just kind of smudged my lips together, excuse me, so I already have some color transfer, but I'm just gonna keep kind of lining and getting that line more precise on my bottom lip. Now let's line our top lip. Now I still don't do an overly arched Cupid's bow, however, I am still going to make sure that it's fully lined. Okay, and that is what we end up with. It's a really pretty color. Alrighty tighty guys, that is my whole look. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And also, I'd love to have you as part of my subscriber family, so hit subscribe. Let me know what other looks and trends you're trying to duplicate. I'd be happy to help you. You can leave a comment. And I hope you guys have a great night. Remember to stay after for pictures.